They may look like everyone else, but something about them feels off. From shifting facial features to frozen expressions and strange glitches in reality.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
These viral videos capture something far more disturbing. Entities pretending to be human. And the truth behind them? It's darker than you think. Let's begin.
As his hands comes together, a set of fingers come over like he's got a third hand.
At first glance, it's just a wholesome video. A parent filming their baby toddling toward a fenced play area. But then, something impossible happens.
And now this...
The gates shut. The bars are narrow. Too narrow for a child to squeeze through. And yet, the baby does exactly that. Slipping cleanly between them like it was nothing. The baby didn't even struggle. Just went straight through, like the laws of physics took a coffee break. The footage went viral, racking up theories fast. Some believed it was an editing trick, or maybe a weird camera angle, while others were convinced that reality glitched for a second and let something slip through.
Okay, wait right there, baby. Daddy's gonna be right back, okay? And now this...
Paused reality.
I hope you're proud of yourself, because what you've done...
It looked like someone hit pause on this man's existence. His posture was twisted, unnatural, and yet he was completely still. It didn't look like a prank. It didn't even look human. The guy filming walked right up, zoomed in on the man's frozen expression, and later admitted he felt an eerie chill crawl down his spine. When the clip hit the internet, theories ran wild. Some were sure it was a humanoid robot stuck in a glitch. Others joked that the man's controller pressed the wrong button. Whatever it was, he wasn't moving, and that's what made it terrifying. Headless Woman. A chilling clip has been making rounds online. Filmed in a busy train station, it showed a woman, elderly, with bags over her shoulders, walking calmly. Nothing too strange, except she had no head, just empty space where her head should be. At first, netizens assumed it was a trick or a statue, but then she moved, just like any other person. Many thought it was just a camera glitch, while others speculated he was a Akephaloi, a Greek mythical being known for being headless with their facial features on their chests. Creepy and weirdly plausible. So, what's the verdict? Could this bizarre sighting be real, or is it just someone pulling off an elaborate prank? What's your take? Looping lady. Remember those old boomerang videos that kept replaying the same motion? Fun online. Creepy in real life. A guy riding the bus captured something strange on camera. A woman was standing by a parked car, holding up a camera, seemingly snapping a photo of herself. Nothing odd at first, until she kept doing it over and over. Same pose, same frozen face, with only her hand moving. It was like watching a loop play out in real life. Her hand movement almost looked mechanical. The footage made people uneasy. Some wondered if she was glitched, or if it was some sort of trance. Whatever it was, the whole thing felt more robot than human. Teeth Beyond.
It's a prison.
A strange video has been making the rounds lately, and it's seriously creeping people out. It showed a bearded man chatting casually with the cameraman, but once your eyes land on his teeth, you'll feel that chill. They don't look normal. They almost seem merged together, like something surreal. The uploader claimed it was a banned clip of a man exiled from a land beyond the ice wall. He gave no other detail of the unsettling footage. Skeptics chalked it up to a camera glitch or viral prank, but believers think we just got a glimpse of something we were never meant to see.
He was exiled from a land beyond the ice wall and our realm.
Living wax. You know that creepy feeling? Like a mannequin's watching you. Usually it's just nerves, but sometimes, maybe not. That's what one guy found out during his visit to Museo camp in Buenos Aires. He was casually filming a wax figure of an elderly woman. Nothing unusual. Until the footage caught something chilling. The mannequin's head moved. Stunned, the man even checked to see if there were wires or buttons. He didn't find anything that could have triggered the shift. So what was it? Skeptics called it a trick of the eye, while others were convinced the wax figure was possessed.
Te digo, no tiene nada. Te digo, mira, te muestro. No hay cable.
Neck twist. This is one of those clips that sticks with you long after it ends. It starts off normal, a lively audience, cheering, all doing the same gesture like the host asked them to. But then, one woman stands out, not because she's doing anything flashy, but because her neck is bent in a way that looks physically impossible. It's not a trick of the camera. She's just sitting there, smiling with her neck twisted. People were stunned. Some claimed it was a clear sign. Her human disguise slipped. Others think it's proof of reptilian shapeshifters living among us. Even the skeptics didn't have much to say, because this clip looked way too real. Recently, Biden became the center of a very bizarre controversy. During a lively Juneteenth celebration at the White House, Biden unexpectedly froze for almost a minute, while others around him danced and enjoyed the party. And interestingly, this isn't the first time he has faced this. He has been in the news for acting weird multiple times. Even though many people believe it's because of old age, there's a famous theory saying that the US president is actually a reptilian human trying to disguise as a human to stay in control. True or not, his behavior is pretty suspicious.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody.
Elon Musk. We all know Elon Musk, right? The billionaire genius behind Tesla and SpaceX. But take a look at this bizarre clip that sparked a massive debate online. He was standing in a crowd, totally fine one moment, then suddenly looked dazed. His head tilted, eyes rolled back, lids half shut, like he was about to faint. But then, snap, he was back. Only something felt off. He started scanning the crowd, confused, like he had never seen any of it before. Could it be a glitch? A medical moment? Or, as the internet quickly suggested, was something inside waking up? Some now believe he's controlled by someone, but the question is, who? Detached shadow. A strange video has surfaced online that's left people deeply unsettled. It showed a man dressed entirely in black. Even his face was completely concealed, standing silently with one arm outstretched in front of a wall. His shadow stretched behind him, clear and defined. But here's where it gets eerie. When the man turned and walked away, the shadow didn't follow. It remained stuck to the wall, frozen in the same position, as if it had gained a will of its own. Theories spread fast. Some claimed it was an experiment to detach a shadow entity. Others believed the man wasn't human to begin with. Either way, something was not right here. Glitch Man. Can humans glitch? Not unless there's something cyborg about them. But hey, that's just a joke. Or maybe not. After you watch this clip, someone recorded a man standing by a trash can. Nothing unusual at first glance, just someone waiting, right? But here's the thing, he never moved, not an inch. The cameraman kept filming, whispering in disbelief, and still, the guy stayed frozen, like time had stopped just for him. The stillness was eerie. Folks on the internet were rattled. Some swore it was a glitch in the Matrix, proof we're living in a simulation. Others called it performance art. But if it was real, then someone hit pause on more than just a moment. Behind the speech. A video of a congresswoman's speech recently blew up online, but not because of the words spoken. The real buzz was about the woman sitting just behind her. Netizens quickly noticed something bizarre. She was silently mouthing every word of the speech, wide-eyed and unnervingly precise. Some brushed it off as coincidence, until she also mouthed the exact slip-up the congresswoman made mid-sentence.
I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview.
That detail shook even the skeptics. Theories exploded across the internet, with many convinced this was proof of a deeper control, one not entirely human. The woman behind the speech left more questions than answers.
That it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in October 2020.
Riderless rush. Street surveillance caught something that's hard to explain. A motorcycle speeding down the road with no rider. It was racing, just like someone invisible was at the wheel. Netizens scrambled for explanations. Some said it was a camera glitch, that maybe the rider just wasn't visible due to low resolution or lighting, but others weren't so sure. The bike moved too smoothly, too purposefully. For many, it felt less like a malfunction and more like something else entirely. So, could it be an invisible person or maybe a ghost? I'll let you decide in the comments. Out of nowhere, a street surveillance camera picked up something that's got the internet buzzing. On an empty road, a car approached, and then suddenly, a person materialized out of nowhere. One frame, they're not there. The next, they're standing in the middle of the street like they teleported in. The figure got up, almost like they'd been dropped from the sky. And just as suddenly, they started to fade out. That's when the clip cuts. Theories exploded, ranging from time travelers and skinwalkers to beings from another dimension. Skeptics said it was just a camera glitch. But honestly, it doesn't feel like it. Let me know your take on this in the comments. Color shift. The person behind the camera was baffled. As they filmed a car parked across the street, something strange happened. Its color changed. Blue on one side, red on the other, and it all happened through a glass window. The car itself wasn't moving. Nothing around it changed. But when viewed through the center pane, the color shifted entirely. People online couldn't agree. Some called it a clever optical illusion. Others swore it was a magic mirror moment. A few even joked it was a glitch in the Matrix. Reptile reveal. This guy turned on the TV expecting background noise. What he got instead left him stunned. The host was mid-conversation, but something felt off. Grabbing his phone, the viewer zoomed in on the screen and caught it. His teeth. They weren't flat like you would expect a person's to be. They were sharp and pointed, like something reptilian trying to hold form. The footage spread fast, and with it came waves of speculation. Some called it a glitch. Others saw it as proof of a hidden race pulling the strings, hiding in plain sight. And if that's true, maybe we're not as in control as we think. Wrong among us. It started like any ordinary evening until a woman caught everyone's attention inside a crowded hall. Her eyes were unusually large, almost bug-like, and the way she moved felt unnatural. People around her began whispering, some pulling out their phones, others too unsettled to look away. At one point, her pupils shifted. Thin, vertical slits replaced her irises. The moment was brief, but enough to leave everyone uneasy. While some believed she might have been an android, others swore she was reptilian. No matter the theory, everyone who saw her agreed this wasn't normal. Vanishing ball. A little girl was just playing with a ball in her living room. Totally normal, until it vanished. The footage showed her poking the ball around casually. Then she squatted, reaching between her feet, and it was nowhere to be seen. Just like that. You can actually see the confusion on her face as she looked around for it. Her mom later said they searched the entire place, under furniture, behind curtains, but found no trace of the ball. Some chalked it up to everyday forgetfulness, but others weren't so sure. They claimed this was a glitch, like the ball slipped between dimensions, lost somewhere in the cracks of our simulated world. Twisted encounter. A fast food joint isn't where you expect to witness something unnatural, but for one guy, it turned into a scene straight out of a horror movie. While waiting for his order, he noticed a woman in line acting off. Her legs were bent in a way no human should be, knees twisted inward, almost inverted, and just as their eyes met, she straightened up, like nothing ever happened. Some online believe she was a skinwalker caught slipping. Others chalk it up to a medical issue, but the footage is eerie either way. Masked identity. A long-running conspiracy suggests that powerful figures are merely puppets, controlled by a hidden shadow government, often said to be reptilian. One viral video of Kamala Harris has added fuel to that fire. In the footage, something odd appears just under her jaw, what looks like a flap, almost like the edge of a mask. And this wasn't the only instance. Other clips surfaced showing the same strange fold on her neck. It didn't take long for speculation to erupt. Some believe the real Kamala was missing. Others were convinced this was a reptilian wearing a human disguise. Dino shift. Here's a weird one that's been blowing up online lately. During a casual museum visit, someone filmed a short clip inside a dinosaur exhibit.
That's a little disconcerting.
Just a normal video, or so they thought. But if you look closely, it really does seem like the dinosaur's head shifts. Just slightly. Just enough to send the internet into chaos. The original poster didn't even notice, until the comments came flooding in. Some said it was just a trick of perspective. Others felt it gave off Night at the Museum vibes. So, glitch in the Matrix? Optical illusion? Or are we one step closer to living exhibits? What do you think?
I didn't notice it when I filmed the video. I didn't notice it when I edited the video.
Mirrored visitor. What this man caught in his mirror left people unsettled. A butterfly, not fluttering around his room, but somehow inside the mirror. It wasn't a reflection. There was no butterfly in the room. Just one, sitting perfectly still behind the glass, as if trapped on the other side. He even tapped on the glass, but it didn't move, as if it couldn't see him. The clip quickly went viral, with netizens spiraling into theories. Was it a trick of the light? Or was this butterfly stuck between worlds? A chilling theory emerged as people debated the video. Maybe mirrors are doors, and sometimes they forget to stay shut. Frozen flight. Planes in the sky are totally normal, but a plane that just stops midair? That's what one stunned pedestrian filmed. An aircraft suspended above, completely still, as if time itself had paused, and yet the world below carried on. Cars moved, but the plane remained frozen, defying gravity and logic. The clip sparked immediate chaos online. Some blamed a rare optical illusion. Others pointed fingers at simulation theory. But for those who saw it in real time, it wasn't just strange. It was impossible. What could be happening here? If you have any clue, let me know in the comments. Ball glitch. A school's CCTV footage caught something straight out of a video game. A kid was casually tossing his ball against the wall, catching it each time, until one throw went off. The ball bounced off the wall, flew over his head, hit a locker, and vanished. Just like that. The boy turned, puzzled, scanning the empty hallway. There was nowhere for it to hide, but if you slow down the footage, the ball literally disappears mid-air, right before hitting the ground. People were baffled. Perhaps the simulator got bored, as one person commented. Whether it was a camera glitch or reality itself flickering, no one could explain it. Swift glitch. Rumors had been swirling online, accusing Taylor Swift of being a witch in disguise, with claims tying her to secret satanic rituals. But it was a viral concert clip that truly fanned the flames. In the video, as Swift sang on stage, the giant screen behind her momentarily glitched. For a split second, when the camera zoomed in on her face, her eyes appeared to change, becoming unusually light, with pupils narrowing into slits, almost snake-like. That brief moment sent conspiracy forums into overdrive. Many became convinced she had sold her soul for fame. Others chalked it up to a camera glitch, but the timing was uncanny. Perry glitch. Theories had already been circulating about Katy Perry, claims that she was either a clone or a robot disguised as a human. Maybe too far-fetched. But with the tech we've got today, some aren't so sure anymore. This particular video didn't help. It showed her laughing and chatting, until suddenly she froze. Her eyes locked into a blank stare, unblinking. Then, without warning, she began opening and closing her mouth in a slow, mechanical way, almost like a robot stuck in a loop. It looked less like a celebrity zoning out, and more like a humanoid failing to process its code. Glitch or replacement? Let me know your take in the comments. Lady Gaga. At one of Lady Gaga's concerts, fans were having the time of their lives. Until something weird happened. She was mid-performance, dancing and singing like usual, when suddenly, her pupils vanished. Her eyes looked completely white. For a few seconds, she didn't look like herself at all. Some say she looked possessed. And then, just like that, her eyes were back to normal. But those few seconds were burned into the memory of everyone who saw it live. Some swear it wasn't a trick of the light. Skeptics blamed camera glitches, but those in the crowd still aren't convinced. Blink slip. During a routine live broadcast, a news reporter experienced something the audience can't unsee. While everything appeared normal at first, one sharp-eyed viewer slowed the footage down and caught something chilling. In a blink and you'll miss it moment, her eyes shifted. Her irises narrowed into slits before returning to normal in a fraction of a second. The clip spread like wildfire. The channel was quick to call it a camera glitch, urging people not to overthink it. But for many, the explanation felt too neat. They believed this wasn't a tech issue, but a rare moment when the mask nearly slipped. Open discussion. This picture of Pope Francis has been going viral online, and netizens have a lot to say about it. It started making rounds in late April 2025, and it's not the message that caught attention, but his hands. For a brief moment, the Pope appears to have three, and in another moment, his fingers seem to merge. Some called it a camera glitch. Others said it looked more like a rendering error, like the video was digitally altered. Then came the wild theories. Some claim the real Pope hadn't made a public appearance for months, and this was all AI to keep things looking normal until Easter. Even the most grounded netizens admitted the footage felt off, whether it's tech tricks, a look-alike, or something deeper.
These clips look like they've been used.
This clip has people wondering what's real anymore. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.